Hey guys, um, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new Sunday Debacle. It's getting started a little early, and I got some stuff to talk about because things have been bothering me. But I'm gonna wait till I get some reactions. I get some comments. Just to let I want to make sure that there are people here. I want to make sure you guys are here. So like it, give me a comment. Saying, "Hey, Alfredo, what's up? I'm here." I can't wait to hear your story. I can't wait to hear your bullshit, whatever it is. Thank God my wife is here. She's gonna give me all the moral support that I need because I know I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are gonna hear me when I get to the politics part. You're gonna be sitting there, oh, Fredo, you're full of shit. Oh, Fredo, you're this, you're that. Go fuck yourselves. I am what I am, and I'm trying to explain it to you guys. Okay, so give me the likes, give me the reactions, whatever it is, the laughs, the chuckles, the hates. I don't give a shit what it is. Let me know that you're there though. That's the key, because I don't want to start this and then have to start it all over again because you guys are popping in late. So, what's going on, brother? Nice to know that you're here, Brian. I appreciate you. Again, everybody else, hit the reactions, leave a comment. When I get about 10 people here, or 7 o'clock, either or, whichever comes first, I'll start telling the story of baseball and politics and how they go together in my life. Once you hear the story, I think you guys will be able to understand at least why I am the way I am. And hopefully it'll shed some light on you guys and what you're thinking and why all the hate is stupid. It's just stupid. Um, and the emotional reaction coming from people that I know are smart. I know they're smart, and yet it's I'm listening to them and I'm watching what they're posting, and it's disgusting. No other way to put it. It's disgusting to see how you guys are turning on friends and family and people you care about, people you love, over what? Over bullshit is what it is. And this doesn't matter. It leans more on the liberals, mainly because the liberals are the ones who are quick to slice the throat of their family for voting a certain way. Conservatives are less likely to. They're the words less likely to. Doesn't mean that they won't. But I'm going to try to explain it to all from my eyes, my bloodshot, tired eyes. Uh, I, Big B, I'll explain it all and how it's going to play in. And then hopefully some of you guys will at least understand why I am the way I am, because this is really what it's all about, right? A lot of people go, Alfredo, you're so caring, you're so compassionate, you've been nothing but good to me. How can you be conservative? How can you be a Republican? I'll explain it. Um, uh, and by the way, whether I'm a conservative, Republican, anything on toward the right doesn't make me any less caring, compassionate, or loving. You know, and it comes down to uh, a lot of it comes down to the fact that uh, Trump, just like Biden, at the end of the day, doesn't know me. Doesn't know me. Would walk right past me. Both of them would. That's the reality. Now, if you think I'm going to be here just going pro Trump and pro, nah, it's going to be a little bit of bashing on both sides because the reality is the reality. And what I'm hoping is that you guys who are tuning in and listening are open to listening to the reality. That's right, honey. My wife knows I'm grown. I'll be what the hell I want. And what? Anyway, give me some reactions. Let me know what you guys are there so I can start telling the story and not waste too much time. Okay? So go ahead, give a like, a heart, a surprise face, You know, that face, I don't give a shit what you do. Just let me know that you're there so that I can start telling this story. Now, look, I got 4 viewers. I got 1 reaction. Come on, guys. It's easier to go and just click on the freaking thumbs up. I don't give a shit. I want to start the story. And I know that there's more of you guys who are tuning in. Like that. Somebody gives Amanda a thumbs up, but won't give the video a thumbs up. Come on, you sons of bitch. All right, that's it. Hey, what's up, John? Hope everything's going good. All right, you know what? John's here. Or Little John, as we affectionately called him back in my in my stagehand days. He's here. Things are good. What's up, Tom? All right. So let me take you back, right? This is for you to understand baseball for me and how to understand politics and why I am the way I am. Okay. I'm going to go back to being a young single digit kid, right? Figure 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll go up to 12. Growing up in the Bronx, early 70s, mid 70s. Man, you couldn't be a kid growing up in New York City and not love Yankees or the Mets. If you're a Bronx kid, you were Mets do or die. I mean, you were Yankees do or die. If you're from the Bronx, if you're from Queens, Staten Island, I was Mets all day long. Here's my unique situation. The only person in my family who loved baseball was a Met fan. My older brother, Willie, God bless his soul. God bless his soul. He's passed on a long time ago. But he was a Met fan. So nobody else in my family liked baseball at all. So growing up, whenever I would listen to a game, and it was listened because my brother was blind, so we never watched the game. We listened to games. So it was always a Met game, and it started in '73 when they went to the World Series. So we were Met fans, right? But of course, being a Puerto Rican kid in the Bronx, come on. You know, I was. What do you, Brian, Big B? What are you bringing up fucking Son of Sam for? That's got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Don't distract people. Don't distract me. All right, come on. I'm talking baseball here. I'm talking the Yankees. Kid in the Bronx. Love it back. Studying baseball. Bought all the baseball magazines and read on the history of baseball. Right? Would kill to have one at bat in Yankee Stadium. Anybody who's a baseball fan, switch Yankee Stadium for whatever is the stadium of your choice. Tell me, when you were a young, innocent child and baseball was America's pastime, and you know the boys of summer would come up throwing balls, swinging bats, making incredible plays, stealing bases. Oh, there was nothing more magical. There really was nothing more magical. Right? Then the 81 strike happens. 81, 80, forget the exact year. I was 14, so I had to be 80 strike. I was devastated. Devastated. Do you understand? How do you tell a kid who the only thing that he wants ever to do is to play baseball? How do you tell that kid that it's a business and that they can't pay you enough to play it? It's a game. You know? Is this heaven? No, it's Iowa. Coming out of the cornfields to play. I mean, that's the dream, man. That of course, Field of Dreams didn't exist then, but you get the gist. How do you tell somebody? How do you tell somebody that this thing that you love, that brings you joy, that brings you excitement, that you share with your friends? How do you tell them that you can't get paid enough for this? How do you tell them it's a business at 14 years old? You can't. Needless to say, I was devastated. I felt betrayed. I felt stabbed in the back. All of you, all of my heroes, every last one of them turned their back on me. Greg Nettles, Thurman Munson. Well, Thurman Munson died. He couldn't turn his back on me. Steve Garvey, Lenny Randall. I don't care the team. I don't care. Dave Parker, George Foster, Pete Rose. All these guys, these names, these amazing names. These people I watched. All of them turned their back on me. Now, since then, got older, right? I got wiser. I understood that America's pastime was a business. Jesse Jackson, Mr. October. I understood that it was a business. I understood that, you know what, at the end of the day, they're in it to make money. They don't give a shit about me. As a baseball fan, they don't care about me. They don't. Still heartbreaking. Still heartbreaking. But I get it. It's a business. Since then, basketball strike happens. Football strike happens. Hockey strike happens. Doesn't affect how I feel about those sports. I know it's a business now. No matter how much I love it. No matter how much I care about it. No matter how much I live or die by how my team goes. And yes, these are the Miami Dolphin colors. But no matter how much I live or die by my team, they don't give a shit about me. They don't. They care that I buy the memorabilia. Right? They care that I go to the game. That they care about. How else are we going to go and pay, $500 million to some fucking guy who swings a bat or throws a ball? At the end of the day, that's what they do. I don't give a fuck how talented they are. Okay, and don't give me any shit about them, because the reality is, if you sit there and talk about them and then start to cry about how we don't pay teachers enough, you're part of the problem, because you have absolutely no problem justifying some guy making $50 million a year for playing a game. Yeah, you. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. I've grown up. The business is what it is. Okay, I can enjoy a couple guys beating the shit out of each other on the football field. Right? I can enjoy a sweet dunk or a nice one timer in hockey. I can enjoy all that. Fucking great. It's exciting. But I can't go back to baseball. Baseball was the betrayer. Baseball's the one who took advantage of a young kid who loved the game, loved it. And every now and then, I'll see like Ken Burns baseball, or I'll hear Terry Cash's talking baseball. We're talking baseball. Da, 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 da. He did one for every team back whenever it was. Every now and then I'll hear that, or I'll watch Ken Burns baseball, and I get nostalgic and I get emotional, and the tears well up in my eyes, and the emotions well up in my chest, and I start thinking about it, and I'm like, oh baseball, I'm baseball, and then then the pain comes back, and I go through it every year, because every year, spring break. Some of you guys have been around me when I'm gonna go into it. I'm gonna do it this year. This is the year. No. A couple times almost happened. Almost happened during the home run battle between Sosa and McGuire. That welded up, that chase, right? Then of course they got all tainted because of the steroids. Of course, who gave a shit? It was a business at that point, right? I felt something right here. I felt something right here when the Cubs and the Indians played. And yes, they were the fucking Cleveland Indians. I don't give a fuck what the hell they call themselves today. But when the Cubs and the Indians played and it came down to game 7, as it should have, extra innings, as it should have, it all swelled back up, right? And then the Cubs win and people are crying, right? People are going to the cemetery to sit there at their grandfather's grave and say, the Cubbies did it, Grandpa, the Cubbies did it. People saying, I can die now, right? It's a game. It's a fucking game. I know that now. I didn't at 14 when baseball betrayed me. Now, let's take it to politics, right? I'm a young liberal. Care about I care about the environment, and I care about my brothers and sisters who are being downtrodden and beaten up by the white man. And you guys don't fucking understand. You didn't grow up. I literally saw my neighborhood when across the street burned down from me. I literally did that. I literally saw opened up the apartment door coming back from church and saw a floor that was black and moving. I literally saw that just because of roaches. Threw out 5 garbage bags full of roaches after we dropped a couple raid bombs in the house. I literally saw that. I understand poverty. Okay. And the fucking white man, you fucking white people, keeping me down, keeping my people down. Right? Power to people. I get to college, Santa College. I'm going to be a major. My major is political science with a degree in peace studies. Some of you guys might be like, "Get the fuck out of here, Alfredo. Peace studies, my ass." Degree in peace studies. I mean, a certificate in peace studies. I took classes that would revolve around peace, around around cultural conflict and how to diffuse it, and environmental justice. I did two internships. One was for the environmental planning lobby. It's fighting for its life because it's fucking shitty chair, chaps. It's a shitty chair. As soon as it's all busted. As soon as I get a new chair, as soon as I get money, I'll get a new chair, right? So shut up. Anyway, I did an internship at the environmental planning lobby. Yes, I was a tree hugger. You can't take away my fucking trees, no. Did another one for the New York State Senate, where I interned for the representative of my district growing up, Democrat Jose Serrano. He was voted in when I was a little kid. He was still being voted in long after I moved out of New York. During my time during my internships, I saw 2 things that happened. Yes, this is pre-Navy Alfredo. Okay, this is the late 80s, early 90s. The first thing I saw was that the environmental planning lobby didn't give that much of a shit about the environment. Said they did. For all the trees they wanted to save, they sure as fuck used a lot of paper. Had no problem going out protesting and leaving a mess on the streets. I know, because I was there, right? Done with our signs, throw them on the floor. Not really environmental, was it? I didn't care. I was fighting the fucking man. Fuck you. And then I did my internship with the New York State Senate for a Democrat. Mind you, I'm a liberal, right? Through and through. and I saw a New York City state representative, Democrat from upstate New York, who got upset because a volunteer fire department took a picture of the board of directors. He was there and didn't invite him to take the picture. Now, this is before the days of cell phones where you can pop up, click, before all those days. Instant cameras. You had to take a picture. When you were done with the film, put it in, get it developed, pictures came back. And he got upset about that. And here was the quote. This is my baseball strike moment. Oh, they took a picture without me? Don't give them any money next year. Let's see how they can afford the film then. The ego on that piece of shit to sit there and take the little bit of money a volunteer fire department got because they took a picture of their board of directors and they didn't invite him while he was there to be in the picture. Made me think of two things. One was that this guy didn't give a shit about his people. Number two was that, and at the time I didn't understand career politicians. I didn't understand that term. I'm starting to get it, but I don't understand it fully yet. At the time, I'm thinking, this guy didn't start this way. But being involved in the system for so long made him this way. And I sure as fuck didn't want to be like that guy. I didn't want to get into politics to become corrupt. And I knew I was corruptible. Honest. I knew I could be bought. Just have to have the right money. That's not me. That's me being realistic. And that wasn't why I didn't want to get into politics. Come to find out, everything's fucking politics, right? No matter where you go, you got to fucking kiss this person's ass. You got to fucking take care of this person you don't like. You got to sit there and smile in the face of people you want to spit in their eye, right? That's what you got to do, whether you like it or not. We all deal with people we don't like. And we all put on the smile. Even those of us who say we don't. Because the reality is, if you want to get along, you got to get along. Now, we all have different levels. We all have different levels of where we're enough's enough, right? All of them have different levels. But like the $1 Million Man used to say, everybody's got a price. So we'll get there, Thomas. We'll get there with dealing with the politicians on both sides. Settle down. All right? Don't rush the fucking, don't rush the moral to the story. So again, young, idealistic, up until that point, a lifelong Democrat, right? Believing in the ideals, peace, love, and happiness. We all need to get along. Why are we being stuck in the ghetto? Why is the white man keeping me down? Why are they not giving me? Why are you guys not giving me any help? Right? Why don't we put more money into our schools? Why don't we put more money into our neighborhoods? Come to find out, plenty of money was going to our schools. Plenty of money was going to our neighborhoods. Or rather, the government. Now, the money getting to the people who are supposed to give that money down to the schools. See, there wasn't a direct line there, right? There were people in the way. Why wasn't that money getting to us? You know what? Here's a couple new books. Oh, wow, look, they're helping us out. You got $200 million to help the schools, and you're giving us new books. How about fixing the schools? That wasn't happening. How about building new schools? That wasn't happening at the time. How about keeping the gangs out of the schools? No, I wasn't having that time. How about fixing the doors so that you just didn't come over and give them a good hard yank and walk right in? That wasn't happening. But we got no books. That was cool. And then I noticed how the people in my neighborhood in the 70s and the 80s, and I would imagine probably still to this day, all Democrats. See, I don't read a fucking article um, in the New York Post, right? Or see uh, see a show on Fox News and they're full of shit. No, I lived it. I lived in a place where my life didn't get any better. And there was money coming into my city and coming into my borough and should have been coming into my neighborhood. And it wasn't. I was growing up there. And we kept blaming Reagan, Nixon, Ford. No, they had their problems, but that's who we blamed. And Jimmy Carter was cool. By the time Clinton came around, I was already smartened up. Right? But Carter was fucking cool. He cared. He cared. The rest of those bastards didn't give a shit. Come to realize that the bastards in Washington got a lot more to worry about than my little neighborhood. The people in my little neighborhood, they were the ones who were supposed to worry about my little neighborhood. And you know what? They didn't. They didn't. They didn't get us more police. They didn't get us more firefighters. Hell, they didn't even live in the neighborhoods that they represented. They lived in Yonkers and in, and in upstate New York, and Hamptons. They didn't live in the fucking Bronx, not in the South Bronx. That's fucking sure. So here I am today, conservative. It's not that I pick Republicans over Democrats. It's not that I think that Republicans are the fucking holier than thou people. It's not. It's that the Democrats betrayed me. They took an idealistic young kid who believed what they said and then showed him the truth. Never got over it. It's that simple. Just like I can deal with football and hockey, basketball, and understand that, you know what, it's a business. I can enjoy it for what it is now. I can enjoy the Republican brand for what it is. Is there some corruption? Yeah. Do they do some things that I don't like? Yeah. But I'm smart enough to understand. And I'll never get over the Democrats. I'll never get over the liberals lying to a young kid. Young little Puerto Rican kid with a degree of political science who wanted to be that, wanted to go and champion and save the fucking world. Blah, blah, blah. See, I'm not emotional about it now, like I was when I was a kid. Hence the betrayal, right? So I don't get upset at Biden doing what he does. I get upset at the hypocrites who will ignore Biden doing what he does while they cry and yell and scream at Trump doing what he does. See, it's all fucking game. And it's all the same shit. Those of you who are too fucking stupid, and I hate calling people stupid because you're more too emotional, but who can't fucking open your fucking eyes. Open them and look. And show me where there isn't the hypocrisy, where everything that you sit there and say and cry and complain and bitch about the Republicans and about Trump and about his fucking gaggle of fucking people. Tell me where that doesn't exist with the Democrats. Take your emotions out of it. Take your heart out of it. And use your brain. And a lot of you are fucking really smart. A lot of you are smarter than me. But as Flavor Flav said, you're blind. You're blind to the facts. Get $1 if you fucking know the song. If you spat your bullshit about Fox News and didn't watch it, you'd have found out 4 years ago that Biden was already having mental issues. You would have. You would have found out 4 years ago that Hillary paid for the Russian dossier, that there was no Russian collusion. You would have found out, 8 years ago at this point. You would have found out 8 years ago that Trump didn't say there's good people on both sides. There was more to it. But you're right, Rich. She watched Channel Zero. She watched. Zero. That's it. See, I look at both sides. You don't think that. You don't think it. But I do. I read as many articles and watch as many video clips from the left and the hard left as I do from the right. The difference is that I don't need to criticize the right. You guys do it pretty well. Everybody and their mother is on it. But you don't do shit to call out your own side. You don't do a fucking thing to call out your own side. Now, I don't call out my side because I don't need to, because you guys are so emotionally fucking charged that you do it for me. I don't have to sit there and say, yeah, you know what, they're right. And God forbid I do. But you guys can't do that. Look at you. So some of you guys, and again, I don't want to call you idiots, but you're fucking idiots. And you're idiots because you're smart enough to understand that when Trump said, I'm going to lower prices when I get in, he obviously didn't mean the day he got in. And don't say, he said day one. Shut up. You know that's not what he meant. He meant as soon as he could, right? If you're going to be honest. Because there's still shit that's still right. The price of eggs hasn't gone down. Wow, fucking Trump said he was gonna fucking reduce the price of eggs. Where the fuck are the price of eggs? Why are they so much? I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with the fucking avian flu that killed 877 fucking billion, 326 million, 523 chickens. Think that might have had something to do with the fucking price of fucking eggs? Maybe. You tell me. You tell me. You're going to tell me you care about children? About the children who are being separated from their families? with fucking evil Trump, separating fucking families, going to these fucking illegals and ripping the kids. Remember, was it Ilian Gonzalez being ripped out of his fucking mother's arms, a Cuban fucking refugee? Oh my God. Ah! Right? First of all, that was Clinton who did that. Democrat. But you're going to tell me that you're upset at that, but you're not upset at the illegals who kill children, rape children? You're not upset about that? And please don't tell me, well, Americans do it. Ah, yeah, you're right. Americans do it. Americans do it. You're 100% right. But if you got fucking cancer, you're not going to go and inject a fucking needle full of more cancerous cells to put into your fucking body, right? That's fucking stupid. So we got our own murderers here. We got our own rapists here that we need to take care of. Sure, let's open up the border and invite more in and excuse what they do. See, this is common sense. This is common sense. This isn't, there's no emotion here. There doesn't need to be. I'm getting emotional. I'm getting fucking spun up, you idiots. No, there's no need for any of that. It's common sense. The murders that are done by illegals would not have happened if they weren't here. That's not emotional. That's not yelling and screaming. That's not fucking sleight of hand. That's just facts. When you take the emotion out of it and you realize both sides do have their fucked up shit, and you look at the news from both sides, then you realize it's all the same. You want to get mad that Trump is in office? God damn it, what the fuck's he doing in office? Him and Vance, fuck them both. Why are they in office? They're not doing the will of the people. No, you're right. They're not doing the will of the people. They're only doing the will of the people who took the fucking time to go out and vote. They convinced, like I said last week, they convinced more people to vote for them than Harris convinced people to vote for her. So, when we say the will of the people, we're going to say the will of the people who got off their asses to vote. And not enough of them on the Dem side got off their asses to vote. Now, please don't talk to me about, well, they some people needed ID. Some people needed ID to fucking do stuff. That's what this is. This is ID, right? I need that to drive. I need to show this to get into the building I work in. I need to show this to get a pack of cigarettes or to get a fucking beer. Right here, my ID. Right here. It's that fucking simple. If there was a bunch of things that I didn't need an ID for already, maybe you could use that as an argument, but you can't. You can't, because we need to show ID for so many things already. And again, this isn't an emotional thing. It's fucking logic. This is reasoning. Okay? And we can take reasoning for any fucking issue that you want to add emotion to. And if you take that emotion out, the reasoning is what it is. You understand? I don't care how controversial something is. Okay? You want to teach kids sex in the school, 7, 8, 9, 10, let them get a tattoo. Let them smoke a cigarette. If you're saying that they're fucking old enough for their fucking minds which are still developing to understand those concepts, then a cigarette isn't going to fucking kill their minds, right? It's not going to stunt their fucking brains, are they? Is it? Or is it? And if it is, then let's not have 10-year-olds tell us what they think. 18-year-old can join the military and go and shoot somebody. Don't tell them they can't smoke. They're willing to kill somebody for you. They want to smoke a cigarette, kill themselves, let them. They're old enough at this point to understand. In this day and age, this ain't the fucking 50s. We're not watching commercials of people saying how you should smoke fucking menthol cigarettes because they're great for you. Taste great and less filling. It's all out there. It's all out there. And it's been out there. See, I'm telling you things I learned in the South Bronx when I was a kid. In the 70s. Information's out there now. We didn't have a fucking computer. I had to fucking go to the library and open up an encyclopedia and hope that it was the latest issue, so that the latest editions, so that they were fucking updated. It's all out there. Stop using emotion and think. All you bastards who love AI. All of you fucking bastards who love AI. AI takes the emotion out of everything. That's why I've always said it last week, I'll say it next week probably, right? Skynet's going to happen. Because it's the logical fucking conclusion to artificial intelligence growing. At some point, the question will be asked, what's best for mankind? And what's best for mankind is to do away with mankind. What's best for the planet is to get rid of humans. That's what's best. That's what happens if you take emotion out. Okay? It means that we're going to use A plus B equals C. Now we can stop. We can stop downward spiral if we stop letting emotions dictate us, dictate what we do. Because the hypocrisy is so fucking out there and so easy to see if you open your fucking eyes that it's amazing. Right? The carbon footprint of us. Oh my God, we're gonna fucking stop. The environment. Oh shit. I gotta go to Mexico. Let me hop in my fucking private plane. Fly down there. As a country, we gotta stop. We gotta stop producing all of this excess carbon out into the fucking air. Oh my God. And we're doing everything we can, but tighten it up a little bit more, America. Just tighten it up. Oh shit, wait a minute. What's China and India doing? Oh, they're doing what the fuck they want. So no matter what we do, it ain't gonna mean a thing because China and India aren't doing what they're supposed to do. That's pretty much it, man. All right. Then don't tell me to do anything. Don't tell me not to run my car. Don't tell me not to get 50 fucking cows and have them all fart at the same time. Don't tell me shit. Don't tell me to get an electric vehicle. Don't tell me to get rid of my fucking toaster. Because the people who need to do it to make a fucking dent in all the carbon emissions aren't doing shit. And the world is not holding them to. The world is not holding them to the same standards. Common sense. John puts it, yeah. Everybody has emotions. Common sense, not so much. This is why conservatives get a pass with me. I get it. Both sides do it. Fucking business, politics. But the Democrats betrayed me. The Democrats took advantage of an eager young kid who wanted to make a difference in the world. Who wanted to. Honest to God, wanted to. And they showed him, that kid from the Bronx, that this is a dirty fucking thing. And that at the end of the day, you don't care. I'd like to think that those of you who have stuck around to hear all this shit, right, and who know me, and know that I care, and know that I'm a caring person, know that I give everything off my back, have seen me, have been a recipient of some of the kindness and the empathy that I've shown over the years, and I don't even like to talk about it, but I'm talking about it to show you that I still can be that way. And still be a conservative. Because I care about people. I care about you. But I understand that politicians don't care about me. Don't. Because I have a brain and I can think, and I have eyes and I can see, and I have ears and I can hear. Of course, not as well as I used to, but I hear enough. And I don't see as good as I used to. I see enough. I'm not emotional. As emotional as I am. Tell me that you're sick, and I'm emotional. Tell me that somebody in your family just died, or it's in the hospital, and I'm emotional, and I hurt for you. Tell me that you're going to open the borders to let a bunch of people come in, and with them come in rapists and child molesters and murderers and people who want to do terrorist things in our country. No. Get them to come in legally, the way they've been doing it for years. They don't have a right to be here. They don't. That sounds fucking heartless. Then I'm heartless. But they don't. If they want to be here, they can come in the way a lot of our ancestors came in, right? Through fucking through the lady holding the fucking torch, right? They can come in through the ports of entry that are legal. It's all fucking common sense. No other country in the world lets you just walk in there and say, I'm a citizen. Give me money. No other country in the world. Why should we? No other country in the world will let people say death to their country. No other country. Why should we let people say that to us? Oh, because we got the right freedom of speech. Yep. Okay, say what you want then. Cool. Freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from repercussions. Right? Don't say that my words will incite violence when your violent acts, 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 my accents make it sound like I'm saying AXES, acts, accents. When your violent acts invite violence. Don't get mad at Trump pardoning the people from January 6th, because there were some violent people there, and I am upset about that, by the way. But don't get mad at it when Biden. How many people did he pardon? I'm not talking about his family. I'm not talking about the J6 panels. How many people? Hey, Elise. How many people did Biden pardon on his way out the door, including rapists, including people who killed members of the FBI, people who killed cops, and people who killed children? How many of those? It's not like everybody he pardoned was for smoking weed. Open your eyes. Look at everybody who you say is full of shit and read what they say. And then compare it to what you're being told to. Then make up your own mind. That's all I'm saying. The death row pardons, you know what? I personally believe in the death sentence. Some people don't. I don't care about that. Even though I do know he did it, that was political. I get that. I don't agree with it, but whatever. Okay, they're still in jail. He didn't let him out. Let him rot in prison. I don't give a shit about that. Anyway, so I hope you're getting a little bit of insight into the rationale as to why I act the way I do, why I get upset on Facebook when people like today I saw somebody posted in, you fucking fascists and you Nazis who voted for Trump. He's been in. Have you seen the price of fucking eggs go down? Have you seen the price of gas go down? You fucking morons. He's been in 2 weeks. Even if he enacted stuff today, right now, this very second, it's going to be weeks before you see it. It's got to be implemented, right? Just like you guys want to blame these airplane crashes on Trump. He got rid the people in the FAA. He got rid of the there was nobody. It was Trump. No, man. Like I posted already. There's a fucking lawsuit by 1,000 people who were denied employment with the FAA, who were qualified. Why were they denied? You don't want to use the 3 letters. But they were white, straight males. They didn't get denied so that 1,000 DEI candidates could be hired or were hired to fill those slots. They were denied in case. And we're not talking over the last couple of weeks. We're talking going back years. Well, why didn't Trump start hiring people? Well, first of all, you know, for those of you who don't know about the federal government has been on a hiring freeze since the middle of last year. And it's because they were hiring people based on COVID money. See, we got all this money that was thrown in to the federal government to hire people. And they were hiring people based on that money. That money paid for their positions. And then the money dried up. So all these positions they put a pause on them. Been in that pause now since April, May of last year. So while Trump did put a freeze, even if he didn't put a freeze in, it was still a hiring freeze. And the freeze also doesn't mean that you can't get hired in the federal government because there are essential positions. And if you have essential skills or apply for one of those essential positions, you can still get a job in the federal government right now today. Well, not today, tomorrow. He essentially just kept the freeze that we were currently in going while he figures things out. Mm, kind of changes everything, doesn't it? Doesn't if you're fucking being emotional. If you're being rational, it does. Everybody's got to be back at work. Fucking asshole, man. He's making everybody go back to work. Hey, I'm as upset about it as anybody. It's my fucking office right here. It's my home. Where my office? This is where I work from, right? You think that everybody is going to go to be in their office by March 30th? You really think that? A couple 100,000 people who've been working from home now have to be in an office? I want you to remember that when COVID happened, federal government grew in size but shrunk in physical locations. They got rid of a lot of real estate. They made offices where people would come in once a day. They work hybrid, right? So you had 3 desks, but you had 15 people, right? You had three desks. You had 3 people coming on Monday, 3 people coming on Tuesday, 3 people coming on Wednesday, 3 people coming on Thursday, 3 people coming on Friday, right? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 15 people who would work at that same desk in those same 3 desks over a week. Now you got 15 people coming into the same office with 3 desks every day. It's not going to happen. Not today. See, we got to get more offices. And we got to get more desks to support all these people. Well, Trump's going to cut 100,000 jobs from the federal government. A lot to be said about that. So I'm explaining federal billeting to you. See, we have what's called an org chart for everything you do in the federal government. And in the org chart, there are billets, and everybody fills a billet. They fill a job position in that org chart, right? The line comes down, supervisor, then the 3 supervisors, then the 5 people under each supervisor, right? You get the idea what it looks like. Well, a lot of those, call them offices, have billets that they keep empty for emergencies. They're still on the books, and there's still money for them if they need them. Some money. Well, we can start by getting rid of those billets that there are no seats for, and not that there's no seats per se, but that there's no money to pay somebody to sit in that seat. We can get all of those off the books, off the rolls, because the government doesn't work at 100%. It always keeps a couple of those little extras in case they need it. And if those positions have money attached to them, those officers are keeping that money. Going to somewhere else. Maybe going to cover this guy over here at this job. Or maybe it's going for a new copier. Or maybe it's going to pay for, who knows what it's going to. But it's going to something. You cut those billets and you cut the money for those positions. If they're not needed, a lot of them are not. Then you save that money. Again, a lot of this shit is all fucking common sense. A lot of this shit is already out there. All you got to do is stop being emotional. Use the brains that you have because you're not dumb. You're not. You're just blinded by the emotions. You guys hate Trump because he's a racist. Funny how before he was a Republican, before he ran as a Republican, man, the Democrats loved him. Gave him awards. Glad to take their pictures with him. Glad to do it. Then he decides to go against the Queen, and now he's a racist. Open your eyes, take the emotions out, and what you're going to realize is this stuff. Yeah, you're right. The Republicans do some of it, but until you start calling out your own side, I'm not going to call out my side. You do it all the time. All I'm going to do is show you how much of a hypocrite you are. That's all. I plan on continuing to post stupid jokes, funny memes, music and music trivia, and Paisley Friday. Because I have not changed becoming a Republican. I have not changed becoming a conservative. And I have not changed since I voted for Trump. I still am a loving, caring, empathetic person who will give you the shirt off his back, who will give you his last dollar. That's me. That's who I've always been. So I hope you guys stuck around for the whole thing and got to understand how baseball and how politics are the same to me. How they both got me into a position where I've grown and I understand what they are, and I'm able to take the lessons learned from the initial baseball and Democrat and being a Democrat and apply it to everything else. All right, apply it to football, apply it to basketball, apply it to hockey, apply it to Republicans. But I can't forgive baseball. And I can't forgive Democrats for lying to a kid who wanted nothing more than to be a Democrat baseball player. That would have been wonderful. They took the innocent kid and fucked him over. No, they didn't fuck me over. Just made me grow up. I'm the one who took it personal. And because of that, I can't forgive either. If you can, more power to you. Every year, at least with baseball, spring break's coming, pitchers and catchers. Coming in what? How many days, chaps, if you're still there? Once again, I'm going to try. Fingers crossed. This is the year I get back into it. Anyway, I think that's enough. You guys want to talk to me about something else? Just ask me real quick. I think I've been preaching for over an hour. And thank you, Tom. Thomas, who says that since he's met me in the early 2000s, that I've always been an amazing person. I appreciate that. And mind you, I'm no saint either. I grew up in a time where we weren't saints. We were some fucking horrible people. Everybody that you know who's around my age did some shitty things. It was accepted. Didn't say it was right. Did not say it was right. But it was accepted. And we were young and stupid. That's what makes, again, the hypocrisy. If anybody watched any of the confirmation hearings, they hear the Democrats throw out shit. At Hedseg, who was it? Fucking Tim Kaine, fucking moron from Virginia, state I live in now. How can we trust you to keep an oath to the office, to the Constitution, if you've been divorced twice? You didn't keep an oath. Are you fucking stupid, bro? Are you fucking stupid? You're saying that as when you consider um, the Clintons, you ran with Hillary and fucking endorsed the jackass bill. You're gonna fucking sit there and say that? Really? Man. You're gonna sit there and say, hey, fuck it, he got drunk back when he was, back when he came back from deployment, having witnessed people die and having killed people. So he was in combat. And he had a hard time dealing with it. Fuck. So he drank. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, like every fucking vet that I know. Like a lot of vets that I know that didn't go to combat. Hell, I got fucking stories about me fucking drinking when I was in college. Rich, don't fucking put any of those stories in there, by the way. You're a fucking moron. But again, anybody my age got drunk. Anybody my age, if you're a guy, you grab the girl's ass. But you know what? If you're a girl, you grab the guy's ass. You did. Sorry. It's the 80s. It's the 90s. That's what happened. I had girls go and grab my junk. Didn't complain about it. It's me. Right? I had girls grab my shit when I didn't want to, when I felt it was inappropriate. Happened. Grab girls' boobs. Grab girls' asses. Sorry. Would I do it today? Nah. Did I do it when I was younger and stupid and every guy and every girl did it? Yeah. I'm also not 22 years old anymore, right? I got bottles of alcohol in my fucking living room. I haven't cracked open. I've had a lot of them for years. Years. I haven't cracked them open. Don't need to. Special occasion, maybe. Take a shot of Jack. Normally New Year's Eve, going into New Year's Day. Gentleman Jack, because, sophisticated. Think. Take the emotion away from it. Taking the emotion away doesn't mean that you are not a caring, loving person. It just means that you understand. It means that you can, it means that you're just aware. There's two words that come together that form something. It's called emotional, first word. Then the second word is intelligence. Emotional intelligence. Understanding someone's emotional state and being able to empathize. Some of you emotional people, be good, Brian. Some of you emotional people might want to use some of that emotional intelligence to understand why other people act the way they do? And the answer isn't always because they're heartless, or they're monsters, or they're fascists, or they're racist, or they're sexist, or they're dumb. Not at all. Anyway, that's enough. Next week, no fucking politics. We're gonna go back, and that probably means that nobody will come and show up. But if you do, we're gonna go back to talking about music. We're gonna go talk about having fun. We'll see what else happens. Until then, guys, I love you very, very much. I care about you. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sticking around for as long as you did. Any of you who did, and I will talk to you guys soon. All right. Until then, next week. Take care. God bless to my children. Don't forget, Daddy loves you. Fucking right, I do. And Paisley on, everybody. Bye.